What's up, you guys? Ritzy here, and today I'm going to be recording some gameplay of VGC 2022 on Pokemon Showdown, just as a way to analyze my gameplay, see how I can improve, and maybe make a little bit of content for anyone who's interested. So the team I'm going to be using today is an Yveltal Zacian team. I picked it up from VGC Pastes, which is a wonderful site. I will link that asset down in the description below. So basically, we've got this Assault Vest Yveltal, which enables so much for the team with Dark Aura and damage output, as well as using Snarl to weaken opposing special attackers. We've got a classic Focus Sash Sleep Powder Venusaur, a White Herb Landorus, Screens Grimmsnarl. We've got a Zacian Crowned, and this is the set that Chongjun used when he won the Salt Lake City Regionals. Then we've got a Support Torkoal, which is honestly one of my favorite parts about this team. Burning Jealousy can be so good in the right circumstances, as well as Yawn Pressure, as well as being very slow for opposing Trick Room. And we'll see how we do today. Playing a few games on one of my alt accounts, if we can find a game. Okay, so first match, let's see, I'm at 1434 right now, not too bad. Opponent 1324. Got Raichu, Incineroar, Amoonguss, Yveltal, Zacian, Lapras. Now my first thought is that this is probably a Gigantamax Lapras that wants to set up Aurora Veil. Raichu's probably supporting this Yveltal and Lapras, protecting it against electric attacks, which I'm not carrying. The Amoonguss can be annoying. I'm liking Venusaur right now. Venusaur is great into Yveltal, and I can't get a Sleep Powder off if they lead with their Incineroar with the Fake Out Pressure. I kind of want to lead with that Lapras in mind. I feel like that's probably the max option they're going to want to go for. And then maybe I use my Zacian to pressure anything else that's on the field. It can do massive damage to Yveltal. It will take away the attention of the Incineroar so that my Venusaur maybe can preserve its Focus Sash. I'll bring Torkoal in the back for speed control with my Venusaur. And then for my last Mon, I don't like bringing Grimmsnarl in the back. I know sometimes it's a good call, but I feel like if you're not going to lead Grimmsnarl, you might not want to bring it because you're there to set up those screens. So it would be between Yveltal and Landorus. I think the Intimidate might be helpful against the opposing Zacian, as well as maybe being another max option if something goes awry and I don't want to max the Venusaur. So I'm going to do that. Let's see what they lead with. Okay, so it is the Lapras and the Incineroar. And that's going to bring my Zacian down to neutral. Now, if you're my opponent, you got to be afraid of two things. You got to be afraid of Sleep Powder from the Venusaur and Behemoth Blade from the Zacian that can do some massive damage to Lapras before it can get Aurora Veil up. I think what I want to do is I want to max. I don't think the Fake Out comes for Venusaur. I think you have to stop the Zacian. So I'm going to Vine Lash, get some really good damage off, and that chip damage, and then I think I'm just going to protect against the Fake Out. So Lapras does Gigantamax. Zacian Protect comes out. Fake Out does go into the Zacian. I get off a Vine Lash, does chest over half, got the Vine Lash up, Resonance. Perfect. Okay, so Aurora Veil is up, which is unfortunate. But I like my position. Now, at this point in the video, I was actually interrupted. So the audio is compromised, and some of the moves I may have selected may not have been optimal because I was trying not to let the timer run out while I was attending to the discussion. But I ended up squeaking out the win.
It just Now to go get some stuff because we're still getting set up.
So here we go. Let's get a second battle in. See if we can get a full commentary this time. Wow. Okay. Don't know what to say about this team. We see a Pincurchin. That's it, right? Pincurchin and a Aromatisse, along with Dialga, Kyogre, Rillaboom, and Grimmsnarl. Now, immediately, I like Yveltal. I know these two, I think they're for Trick Room. I don't know if you want to set up Trick Room, but I really like Snarl, Yveltal for both of their restricteds. It can also hit Rillaboom pretty hard with Oblivion Wing or Max Airstream if I choose to do that route. I almost want to go Yveltal and Zacian, lead both my restricteds because Zacian can really pressure the Aromatisse if they really want to lead it for some reason to try to set up Trick Room. It might be sashed, but that would be taken care of with a Behemoth Blade Snarl opening move. If they want to set up Trick Room, I'll bring Torkoal, because it can come in and underspeed a lot of these things. Wow, Pincurchin is slow. They're actually both slower than I am, aren't they? Oh, I'm slower than the Aromatisse, so that's good. And for my last one, maybe we do... So that also gives us some weather control. Maybe I do bring Venusaur as a back max option. Focus Sash can help me try to get a Sleep Powder off even in Trick Room when I'm the slowest thing on the field. Or even be something I bring out to pressure these. I have some good moves for offensive pressure on this. The Aromatisse is led and the Dialga. What do you do besides set Trick Room? It's Air Balloon. Can this thing get Ally Switch? I still think I like my Snarl Behemoth Blade. Okay, so that just takes care of the Aromatisse. And then Snarl, and then you must be setting up Trick Room, right? Okay, that's fine, I think. What do you bring in the back? Because now the Dialga's at -1, and it is the Pincurchin. Very interesting. Okay, now this thing I know gets Rising Voltage, which can do a lot to my Yveltal. So I think this is where I bring in my... What if you still have Kyogre? I don't think I can leave my Yveltal just sitting here in front of the Pincurchin. We got the Snarl off, so that's good. I think I have to bring in my Torkoal here right now. And maybe I just protect to scout what's going to happen with this Pincurchin. So I protect no max, Zing Zap, so it's physical, and then Earth Power into Zacian. Now, this thing is faster than I am in Trick Room. Eruption's not. It's half to me already. Now I think the obvious thing to do is switch Yveltal in onto an Earth Power, but then you can easily bring the Zing Zap over here. Electric Terrain's up, so I can't yawn, so I think I'm just going to Burning... Now I'm going to protect the Torkoal. And I think I am going to switch in the Yveltal and assume that he's going to do the same thing twice. He does call my switch. Dang it. And the Earth Power. So I do block the Earth Power. Now I bring in my Venusaur. I've got Sash. I'm going to Burning Jealousy because I can't really do anything else. And I'm going to get rid of this Pincurchin. It might be Shuka. What if it is Shuka? Do I still like Earth? Let's do Vine Lash so we can start getting chip going. Okay, there's the Kyogre, and that actually makes me slower. Not that it's a huge difference. Things happen to Torkoal. We live. We get off of Burning Jealousy. We Vine Lash into the Pincurchin, and Chip should bring it down next turn. So I actually Trick Room ends next turn. So I'm actually, because I don't want to switch out into Zacian. Because I kind of want my Torkoal to go down, because then my Zacian can come in for free. So I think I'm just going to throw some chip onto the Kyogre, and then give it another Vine Lash. Oh, well. Yeah, we'll give it a Vine Lash, because I don't think you switch your Dialga back in. And if you do, Trick Room's over. Okay, Dialga actually comes in here, so my Torkoal will get off. Burning Jealousy. Do pretty much nothing. You don't even go after the Torkoal, which is kind of unfortunate. And Vine Lash comes off. Some good damage. I was hoping that my Torkoal would go down there. Now I think I actually do bring in my Zacian, because Kyogre shouldn't be targeting the Torkoal. It's only at 9%. And then I'm going to Quake the Dialga, just to try and stop Trick Room from coming up. I do take down the Dialga. Zacian's got the special defense. And Venusaur does go down. But I get to bring in my Torkoal. And I'm not scared of that Pincurchin right now. So we're going to Behemoth Blade the Kyogre. And we're just going to Burning Jealousy because either the Pincurchin targets Torkoal and my Zacian stays healthy. Kyogre could Max Guard, but like I said, I'm just not scared of that Pincurchin right now since it showed its physical. It's not going to drop a huge Rising Voltage on me. It does Max Guard. So that's blocked. Oh yeah, and I'm faster because we're not triggered, so Pincurchin goes down. Vine Lash Chip. And we'll just do another Behemoth Blade, Burning Jealousy, and there we go. Now we're back to 1465 now, so let's do one more game, get the trifecta, see if we can get 3 in a row. Another interesting team. So we've got Venacole, got the classic Zamazenta Zygarde, 1430. Feeny, so it could be Misty Seed Zygarde, and then we've got a Gardevoir, which I don't know what you want to do with the Gardevoir. What do I want to do is another question. I like Zacian, but of course the Venusaur in Sun is very threatening. I could do Zacian. I haven't brought Grimmsnarl yet. And I could Scary Face the Venusaur, but of course if it's Sash, you can still hit my Zacian really hard. I almost want to go like my own Venucole and just trade blows. Vine Lash would do pretty decent damage into Zygarde as well as get that chip down. Definitely want to bring Zacian along with it. And then maybe we got 2 fairy types, so that's kind of awkward for Yveltal. Even though Foul Play could do a lot to a coiled up Zygarde. But I can't do much against the Zamazenta either, because it's a fighting type. And then the Steel type makes Oblivion Wing neutral, so let's bring Landorus in the back. So my Venucle comes out, and they do Zamazenta Zygarde. Okay. So I'm definitely going to max my Venusaur straight away. And the question is, do I want to go straight into the Zamazenta and try to do big damage, or do we go into the Zygarde? actually think I'm down to... Because I like the chip damage, but I think I'm down to max Quake the Zamazenta. Or do I max Flare? Do I really care about the boost? Max Flare, and then Burning Jealousy. See how that... Oh, so the Zygarde maxes. I'm expecting... So, is coaching going to come out? There's coaching. Goes into Torkoal. I am Shookaberry. Burning Jealousy comes out. And we got the burn. And I can't see Zamazenta's health. I don't know if it comes down to the burn. It doesn't look like it, but that means I can Vine Lash here and get in my Landorus, because if you target Torkoal again with a Max Quake, it's not going to do anything. You're also burned, so not going to do much to my Venusaur like that. So that's a great opening turn for me. Intimidate out. Vine Lash barely touches that Zygarde. Another coaching. Max Quake and a Venusaur doesn't really do much in return. And then the chip will take away the Zamazenta. I didn't notice the leftovers, but the burn is taking care of that. And, ooh, Trace Gardevoir. Why didn't my white herb go off? That's interesting. Do I care about this Zygarde? I don't think I do. I think I'd prefer to start targeting this Gardevoir. I think I just bring my... Huh? That was weird. I'll have to look into that later. Okay, we trade Max Quakes, and you Trick Room. Good thing I brought in my Torkoal. So I've got +1 special defense. I don't know what Venusaur can live, but we're also in Trick Room. So I think my best bet here is to Sleep Powder the Gardevoir. Is that what I want to do? Or do I want to try and get off an attack? Let's just try to Leaf Storm and then maybe get a Yawn off. If it lives, because it probably will. Heal Pulse into Zygarde. That's what the Gardevoir wants to do. Here comes some coils. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything. I'm going to bring out my Landorus, and I'm going to protect my Torkoal. Or do you switch out? Ah, too late. Whatever. Ally switch. Okay, so that's actually going to hit my Landorus. It's not going to do much still, so that's good to see. Gardevoir's on 1 HP, which means I can... Oh, and Gardevoir's asleep too. I'm going to protect Landorus and Burning... How much is Eruption doing at this? 63. Okay, yeah, so Burning Jealousy. That'll take out the Gardevoir if it stays in, which it does, and do nothing to the Zygarde, which coils again, so I could have done something. And who do we have last? Venusaur. Okay, I'm going to bring in my own Venusaur as a potential sack for... I don't know how much damage you're doing. You're now at neutral. Thick. Man, this is going to be tough. And then another Burning Jealousy from my Torkoal. Okay, so you protect. Protect Venusaur. Okay. Let's see here. I'm going to bring in Landorus again just to get off another Intimidate, and then Burning Jealousy. Earth Power. Torkoal lives. Doesn't live 1,000 arrows. That's okay. We're going to bring in Zacian now. How do I win this? Is that Zygarde? I'm going to go after the Venusaur first, so I can isolate the Zygarde. Okay, Sash. And then Landorus should be faster with the Rock Slide, which of course I missed the Rock Slide. Earth Power into Zacian does almost half, and then you're going to get me with, Blessed Flinch. Okay, so now we try to hit it with the Rock Slide again. I think that's what I have to do. I don't want to protect Earthquake. I think because of the 3 times defense, I have to Sacred Sword. Venusaur protects. Ooh, yeah, that's good damage. Rock Slide, see if we can get the flinch again. Critical hit. It coils. I don't know if that was the right move. You do get into Zygarde complete. I need to get rid of the Venusaur, so we are going to Earthquake Protect this turn. There we go. 1,000 arrows. Landorus still lives, so we'll do another Rock Slide and Sacred Sword. See if we get the flinch. Just 1%. We don't, and it kills both. Okay. Now, 2.5 special defense. Does it live a Leaf Storm? I missed the Leaf Storm. And Scale Shot. Scale Shot, that one was interesting. Okay, well, I lost against the Zygarde, but that was a very fun battle. I'm not super mad because in the right circumstances, Zygarde I think is still pretty nasty to deal with. I didn't have any ice type moves, and it might be my fault for letting it set up and trying to KO its teammates before, and you can't win them all. So hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments about my gameplay, anything I should have done differently, please let me know, because big reason why I'm doing this is to get better and have fun playing Pokemon. So thanks for tuning in. Catch me next time.